Oh my goodness. It's almost 2 o'clock. I'm so hungry. It's about a minute to. I'm gonna get my coffee started. Oh, this intermittent fasting. Oh my goodness. And I got my milk up here. My oat milk. Wait a minute. Girl, I'm gonna be ready right at 2 o'clock. Started this like 5 minutes ago. I've been hungry since 12 o'clock. But I'm gonna keep my window for my intermittent fasting. It's 5 hours of either 2 to 7 or 3 to 8. And I'm consistent. Boy, I'm hungry. And I always start with my coffee in my favorite cup. Get that spoon. Get that spoon, everybody. Got my little sweet, my little Irish cream. What I always show y'all. Might have a little lip on there too. Just might. It's only 8 ounces of coffee. It's taking too long. But how are y'all today? How are you doing with your intermittent fasting window? Oh, it's done. Let a couple drops go on the thing. Can I shake this up? That's my favorite cup. Ooh. Oh goodness. Girl, why would this come loose? It's stuck. It should. It don't matter. I'll get me some natural vanilla extra. Where's the front? I'm so hungry. At least this don't got no sugar in it. I'm just gonna pour this in the top because I don't need that much. And then we gonna stir it. It's 2 o'clock and oh, let's show the front. This is my favorite cup. Been for years, and we made it together. Intermittent fasting window is open to 7 o'clock. And
I ran away from heartbreak. Got nothing in return for my pain. I never thought I'd be so empty, so alone and afraid.
Welcome to BJ's Spot. You know, on Friday evenings, we always talk about intermittent fasting. And now on Fridays, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to really put an emphasis on this now. And tonight we hit that reset button. Okay? And I just want you to know, I am not a teacher. I have not written a book because I know some people are going to come at me. And hold on one moment. Oh goodness, it's the end of the day. My window's about to close. And girl, it's close to 8 o'clock. I gotta get my way.
Tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met.
8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
I don't care, it's getting too late.
This is gonna be the
I want
last.
you and I can't wait.
Honey, I'm gonna drink my
I wanna
coffee.
spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love.
And then my sister
I'ma
tell
show
me to
you
pull
how to
a bit.
move, how to move.
She want me to stop.
Come hit me with your touch and make me
I
say,
say,
and
feel
you
that
know what's
so.
up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby.
And then I'll open my window up tomorrow.
I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss.
See, Intermittent Fasting.
So come give me
Happy birthday. You get to eat what you
I
drink what
can't
you
fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak.
But there's a limit to everything. We know that.
I think my heart just skipped a beat.
So, anyway,
This feeling is getting
we're gonna get on with this video.
to the morning, love me all night long.
And I will see
There's
you
something special about you.
in a
You're the one
minute.
that I want.
In
So come on, give
a
me love.
minute.
I'ma show you how to move with my.
Some people are going to come at me and say I'm doing stuff wrong. But you know, with intermittent fasting, it's really about you. And it's not about me. Okay? And I can remember 6 years ago when I started on intermittent fasting, I probably was 170 something. But my highest was 215 pounds. The highest was when my mom passed. But when I did intermittent fasting 6 years ago, it was like effortlessly. I know I'm saying that wrong. It's not coming out right. And I don't know why. It was just so much easier then. And I could eat whatever I want so long as I stayed in the hours. And it's a little bit different now. Okay? But I remember something Angela said. And y'all don't know Angela. But I met in Dr. Burt's group on Facebook. And she said, if you're not enjoying it, then why do it? Why do anything you don't enjoy? Okay? So, like I said, tonight, we're going to hit that reset button. And like I said, my channel has changed. I come on Monday and Fridays, and I upload at 9. And every Tuesday, we have my live at 4:15. And please come and join me then. And if you have not subscribed, hit that button. Hit it. I promise you, you would love to come every week, and I will have great content and interesting content that you will love. Okay, now the ones that come in regular, you know what I do. You just know what I do. Okay, and then we do, and we get, and we show the waistline is here. I made sure I had something that you could really see. And we show our little, my little hiney in the back. And then, like I said, my bust, it don't really matter because that is always small. Okay? We're going to talk about food isn't the only problem about intermittent fasting or any other diet. You have other components that comes together. So this week, we're going to start making sure we stay in our window or we gradually get up to the window that we want. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. We're going to keep it simple because the more simple you keep intermittent fasting, you know, the less work and less enjoyment it is. Okay, because I like with intermittent fasting is I want to be able to eat whatever I want. So if that means that, then you know what? I'm going to have to cut back on my portion sizes. And I know that. But you know what happens after a while, I remember 6 years ago, is your appetite becomes less and less. Okay? And don't expect the weight. For some people, don't drop off right away. I remember the first time I did it 6 years ago, it was 3 whole months before I seen the weight drop. But I didn't gain weight, and that was my saving grace. Okay? So anyway, we're going to get this video started, and we're going to have a good old time at BJ Spot. And what did I say? Hold on. We're going to hit the reset button. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I am back. The first thing we're going to talk about is consistency before we even talk about the window, okay? You got to be consistent. I know they have different forms of intermittent fasting, and if you do whatever you do, you got to be consistent. Now, for me, I do the 5-hour window, okay? And that was started by Dr. Bird, and his book is about that. I'm gonna make sure I put it in the description bar. But you gotta be consistent no matter what you do. And remember, all of us are different. Just remember that. And I always say, keep it simple. If you make it too complicated, you're gonna give up. And a lot of people, what they try to do is take shortcuts. And you do not want to take a shortcut, because what's going to happen, I can remember telling my son this, you're going to get over hungry, you're going to exercise too much and hurt yourself, which you did, and then you know what? You're going to go right back to eating. So do what you can do for a lifetime, because you don't want to keep fighting this battle for the rest of your life. 6 years ago, I thought when I got it done, I thought that battle was done, but then the pandemic came in and I got lax. Like I said, I still opened my window when it was supposed to be open, but when it didn't close, when it was time to close it, I didn't close it properly, and I went out the window, I always say, instead of close it. But the main thing is being consistent. Also, give yourself time. You know, the way, if you're looking for a fast fix, I always say intermittent fasting isn't it. Okay, so give it time. If you don't see any changes between 3 weeks to 4 weeks, then maybe you do want to shift it up. Okay, some people use the scale, some people use a tape measure. I like to use a tape measure. Tiff gets fed. I'm going to have her down in my description bar. And she says she likes to just rip the Band-Aid off. I liked that statement. So she likes to get on the scale. Okay, so that's another thing. And I know 6 years ago, I went from probably, I can't remember exactly the weight. It was either 170 something, and then I went down to 130. Okay, so I got down tiny, but I still, like I told you, I ate what I normally ate, but I just didn't eat as much. And then my body started compensating where it didn't want a whole lot of food. But you know what? I'm going to come back in a little bit, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more. Okay? See you in a minute. I'm feeling myself, huh? Also, do not, and I'm going to say it again, do not disappear if you gain weight. A lot of people I know, when they're not losing the weight they want to, or even they start gaining weight and then they just disappear. We all go through that. I wouldn't have to be hitting this reset button, you know, so we all go through it. And that's why I don't want y'all to feel like I'm a teacher. I just want to be part of this group that I'm creating. Okay, so don't get lost. If you put it on, take it off. And even Tiff and Tom, we tried alternative day fasting. And that's where you don't eat for 24 hours, then you eat. And let me tell you, we all three failed at that. Okay, so you can try something and it works and it sounds good, but it works for other people, because I know people do that for a long period of time. But I knew before I started that I wasn't going to be able to do that for a lifetime. And it wasn't an enjoyment. Okay, so I will be back in a little bit if I don't trip over my dog as I do this. And yes, again, I am feeling myself. So remember, we're not going to get lost if we gain weight, okay? Because all of us do it. And this week, we're really going to work on our windows. Open them and close them, okay? So we know when it's time to eat. Say if it's 3 o'clock for me, then I know it's time to eat. Then when 8 o'clock comes, then I know it's time to close it. Okay, and nothing to eat until the next day at 3 o'clock. Now yours might be different. It might be 12 to 8, and it could be some of you using alternate days, but find out what really works for you. And I'm going to end this with saying, we usually lose weight, not for us. It's usually a wedding, a vacation, some kind of holiday that we want to get small for. And we know that does not work. Because once that's over, you know what's going to happen. You, and you, that weight's going to come back on. Okay? So we're going to get ready to do this a lifetime. We're going to come back every Friday. And then we're going to work on something differently, probably about moving next week. But this week, we're really going to start working on the windows. And remember, give the window a chance, whatever you choose, for about 3 weeks. Okay? And if you don't see any difference, then, maybe try something different or give it a little bit longer. Because you remember what I said, it was 3 months before I even saw a loss. And a lot of people say, oh no, but I didn't see a gain. So that's what really helped me with that. And then the weight started coming off. It wasn't like fast, but it came off. Okay, and it will come off for you. But again, I am Betty J. Gaddis, daughter of Jean Gray. Now you're going to come back Friday at 9 o'clock in the morning at BJ's Spot. And like I'm going to say again, if you haven't subscribed, why not? And make sure you write in the comments if you're going to be doing the intermittent fasting with us, if you're going to be working on your window this week. I know somebody said they just lost about 70 pounds and they're looking to lose some more. So just tell me where you're at. You don't have to tell me the number, but are you in a good place? Are you struggling? Are you gaining? Are you losing? So like Tiffany said on the end, let's just rip that Band-Aid off and let's get this done, because I am going to get this done this time because I played around too long. And I will see you later. And thumbs up, thumbs up.
Taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you're winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen.